Hi, in this episode of Toysbackzen, I'm going to be taking this Advanced Dungeons & Dragons LJN figure. This is Grimsword, and I'm going to be making his horns that are on the side of his head, and they're kind of like a T shape. And the nice thing about this figure, I've shown this in a previous haul video, is that he still has his little hook here, and there's a play feature that he does with that. Probably for making him look like he's fighting with his sword or whatever. He does come with actually, he doesn't come with a sword. He comes with a mace, I believe, and he comes with a shield, which I do not have either. I guess I could try to make one, but for now, we're just going to be making the horns to make him look a little bit more complete and probably clean up some of his paintwork. So I was thinking that perhaps I would use something out of my little kit here that I've got all kinds of parts and stuff like that in here. 3D printed stuff. Thinking that maybe something like this Lego piece for the horns, or maybe a piece like that. If that's too thick, I could probably use some styrene. I do have some round styrene pieces here. Could probably use some of that, and probably some Lego ball ends of some sort. Let me see where I can find those. Do I have anything in here like that? Like something like this here. See that ball there? That is what that comes out of here. It kind of comes out like a ball, and then two pieces jet out this way. That ball is a little too big, so I'm going to go in my Lego bins behind me here, and I'm going to see if I can find something that looks a little bit more like what I need, and I'll bring you back and reveal how I'm going to make these horns. So after looking for a while, I found this, and I find that that ball end is a little bit too big for what I'm trying to make. Then I found these pieces of plastic that I found from an old sprue from a model, and I was going to make like a round piece kind of like in the center of that, and that would work. But then I went into this little bucket here. It's got some Lego and Mega Blocks and a bunch of stuff, and there was a little motorcycle in there. I think it's a Mega Blocks motorcycle, and the foot pegs that we have here is going to work perfect. I think it's going to work perfect for our little horns. It goes like that. So I think that'll look nice. We just have to do some shaping and get this glued on somehow. Maybe putting a piece of plastic in here and a piece of plastic in here, and then gluing that on so it's secure. Filling these holes once I get them shaped so that they're not hollow, and then painting it. So I think these will be perfect. I've got two of them here, and I think they will look really good. So I'm going to be doing some shaping here, and we'll get those glued on and painted, and we'll see what it looks like. So here's Grimsword. You can see off camera I have made the horn on the right hand side and painted it red just using my enamel paints. Didn't have to do much, I just used the paint out of the bottle. It is the X7 red, and I think that looks pretty good. I have some measurements here for you, and I'll tell you that the front part of the horn, it's a little bit longer than the back part. It's 0.477 inches or 12.11 millimeters, and the back part is 0.379 inches or 8.36 millimeters, the back part of the horn. And I think it looks pretty good. So, like I said, I did use this piece here to make it, and I also used some polystyrene and a little bit of milliput. And well, I'm going to show you how I did that right now. There, and we'll just let that dry. Probably going to be about 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll come back and sand that to the shape that I want it to be. Okay, after some clipping and some filing and some measuring from my original one, we got this. And I think that's going to look really good. It's the same measurement as my original one. And it's a little pointier, and I was kind of looking for that. Now all I have to do is use my pin vise, and we will put a hole in this piece and in his head. And, well, use the same stuff I've been using. A piece of this round styrene, and we'll connect it to his head and then give it a paint job. Actually, change of mind, just because of the nature of the rubber that this head is made out of, I'm going to be using this smaller piece of, it's a plastic coated paper clip, and I'm going to be using that instead. I've used that in several things just because I don't want to also make too big of a hole on the back of this piece. So we're going to use a 0.5 millimeter drill bit. There, that looks pretty good. Now it's time to paint. And here is the finished product. We have Grimsword. I did, after I painted everything, I did give it a satin varnish that makes everything just kind of look a little bit more toy-like. And it turned out really good. The paint makes a big difference. I didn't make it perfect. I still wanted to make it look like an 80s toy, but it's pretty good. And the play action still works. Now it would be nice if I could find some accessories for this guy, but for now, he is what he is, and I think he's going to look really good in the collection. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me and watching me do some off-the-cuff repairs on this Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figure. It was really fun, and I had a really good time doing it, and I think he looks really cool. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite LJN Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figure is. Did you have them as a kid? And do you collect them now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.